last month, a new junior youth minister of tourism in Nevis, Khalia Huggins-Simmonds of the Charlestown Secondary School, or CSS, was announced. Khalia was adjudged the winner from a field of 8 participants from 3 high schools during the 2022 Bank of Nevis BON Limited Tourism Youth Congress. And today we have the pleasure of speaking with her for today's Youth Power segment. Good morning, Khalia. Congratulations and welcome to Good Morning SKN.
Congrats and welcome.
Well, definitely it's a pleasure to have you. Anytime we get to engage with young people who are recognized for greatness, it is indeed our pleasure. So let's talk about what propelled you into the spotlight this time. First of all, can you believe that you are actually the Youth Junior Minister of Tourism?
Well, winning the Tourism Congress has created such a feeling within me that I have yet to fully grasp. But I got the title with honor and promise to do my best in upholding the position that I have recently obtained.
Excellent.
So what is it being the Junior Minister of Tourism entails, Khalia?
Well, my major role of being the Junior Minister of Tourism would be to represent Nevis in the CTO's Tourism Congress to be held in September. I would also volunteer in major tourism-related events for the Ministry of Tourism. For instance, the Mango Fest that will be held later in July.
Okay.
Oh, that's awesome. So you are really getting out there and you're going to represent Nevis in, I'm sure, ways that a division would have been dying to do before, yes. Correct? You just get to do it in a very public way. So that's awesome, Khalia. So tell us about your preparation for this particular role that you are now undertaking. We understand that in 2019, a student from the Charlestown Secondary School also won, the Tourism Youth Congress. So did you receive any tips at all from that person or perhaps the teachers, or was it just something that seemed to fall into your lap a little bit?
Well, Brianna Chapman, who was the winner of the 2019 Congress, she didn't physically help me with preparing, but she did give me a lot of good advice that I would take care of. She was also good as a support for me.
Oh, that's incredible. Great.
So, Khalia, what piqued your interest to enter such a competition?
Well, my teacher, Miss Brown, asked me if I wanted to enter it, and I said yes, because I do love competing in things. I'm a very competitive person. Also, I have also loved tourism since I was from a young age. So being able to enter the Congress felt like I was really connect with the subject.
Okay, so what are your favorite aspects of tourism?
I would say learning about the different cultures of other countries and of course traveling.
Oh, lovely. So do you have plans to pursue politics when you get a little older?
Not necessarily, but I wouldn't be opposed to it either.
So, Khalia, you've managed to gather your speech, so can we have your favorite part of it?
All right. Moderate. Nevis has long sold the idea of sun, sand, and sea. However, these are the attractions of every Caribbean destination. Therefore, product diversification is the secret ingredient to a competitive edge. Tourists are no longer interested in fine dining only, but are seeking down-to-earth experiences like fishing expeditions and involvement in fish preparation prior to fine dining. Imagine Bath Hot Springs providing a variety of services for improving beauty, health, and relaxation through hot stone massages, facials and pedicures, meditation, and yoga. At the Caves Bayfront Orchard, tourists are not only interested in reaping, but also in replanting, a testament to their interest in sustainable development. Michelle McKenzie, President and CEO of Canadian Tourism Commission, stated, "A tourism product is what you buy, but a tourism experience is what you remember."
Lovely.
I love that last point, though. I love that last point about a tourism product versus a tourism experience.
That's
and
what
it's
you remember.
very true.
Yes, indeed it is.
So let's
it's the
talk about
experience
that.
brings you back.
Yeah, let's talk about that. What makes it very true for you? Because you were the one who wrote those words. So why the distinction?
Well, I feel like every country is a tourism product in a way. But in order for you to make it an experience, there have to be things that tourists would not normally do. So, for example, you can't have an island with only fine dining. You need to have things that are different, what they don't normally see or get to experience. Because what would be the point if there's just the same thing that they always see?
So there's that uniqueness that you're talking about that Nevis will capture, that will keep people not only remembering, but definitely wanting to come back if they've come here before. I could see why you won, honestly, and that was a very powerful line, Khalia.
Yeah.
All right, so let's talk a little bit about, and I think you mentioned it before briefly, the fact that you're scheduled to represent Nevis in the Caribbean Tourism Youth Congress in the Cayman Islands this October. All right, is that a smile of excitement and anticipation that I see on your face right now?
Yes, definitely. I'm definitely excited to attend.
All right, what are you looking forward to the most?
I'm looking forward to competing, obviously, but also representing Nevis and being able to share with my fellow colleagues from around the region what Nevis has to offer. I feel like that's very important. Many of them don't even know about Nevis, surprisingly enough, because of its size. So it's a great opportunity.
I love that you're going to go out and you are going to ensure that Nevis is represented very well. And you said you're very competitive. Would there be competitions at this event in the Cayman Islands?
Well, the event itself is a competition.
Okay.
However, I don't know if there'll be other small competitions during the whole.
I can feel your energy already. I love the fact that you said that you love to compete, so I know that you're looking forward to that the most. When you mentioned earlier that there are people who don't know about Nevis, and that's true because I think a lot of times us smaller Caribbean nations tend to be enveloped by well-known places like Jamaica or Trinidad and Tobago and the larger ones, right? So they don't know about Nevis. If I were that person who didn't know about Nevis and you had roughly 15 to 20 seconds or so to impress me and to get me to come to Nevis, what would you say to me, Khalia?
We would definitely talk to you about our cultural practices, dances that we do, things, the food we eat, the stuff that separates us from countries like Jamaica and so forth. Because yes, we all have beaches and hotels, but the culture is very different. So I feel like getting to experience a different culture would be one of the main things.
And speaking of culture, you know, you bring it back to me now because I know something that's authentically Nevision is Culturama. So would that top your list of things to talk about?
Definitely. And I also mentioned in my mystery question point that I would have an event similar to Culturama, but it would involve participants from all the islands that we get to like disintegrate the insularity amongst ourselves and just get more about each country. Because they're to a country than what we learn in social studies and geography, definitely.
Yes. And I like the part that when you asked her to expound on how she would tell Nevis, she didn't just start with the beaches. She spoke about the culture, because this culture is really what separates us, I find. Because in all the islands, maybe we can find the same sort of dishes, but they're cooked differently. But I like the fact that you spoke about the culture. So tell us what you enjoy most at the Charlestown Secondary School.
That's a very difficult question. I love my school in general.
Okay.
I love being around my friends. I love my teachers. They're all nice. So I'm welcoming place.
Okay, lovely, lovely. So are you an alumni of the Charlestown Primary School?
No, I attended North.
Okay. Because those two schools are always in the news for Nevis, so they're doing great things over there.
Yeah, I think Hortensia was looking for a link. You know, she thought Charlestown is going to get you twice.
I was.
No, that's fine.
Yeah.
No, but seriously, I'm really impressed with you, Khalia, the way that you're handling yourself. And I think that Hortensia is wishing now that she was a judge, because if she were, definitely you've impressed her thoroughly.
Or maybe I'm wishing that I was a student at the Charlestown Secondary School to be behind Khalia.
Khalia, I don't think that. I think she just wants a trip to the Cayman Islands. What do you think? I think she just wants that trip.
Supporting you all the way, Khalia.
So in our final moments with you, Khalia, and again, thank you for this interview. It's so great to talk to you about these things. What would you say to other young persons who might be considering participating in the Tourism Youth Congress?
I would tell them Definitely, if you want to do it, go for it.
Yes.
There's the limit, but you would have to have knowledge about tourism. And I would say definitely be enthusiastic about what you're saying. You have to believe what you're saying in order to get other people to believe it as well.